just get set up real quick. We are live on YouTube. Let me just go into the main menu. Now I know it said on my Xbox that this game you cannot live stream it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. First thing we gotta do, because I don't want to get copyrighted. Now it's doing this stupid update. And then I will do my intro so that people around the world can know that I'm live and so that we can get this thing going. I just need to figure out what it is. So it's not here. You're under extra? No, it's not. Audio. Ah, here it is. Creator safe mode. There we go. You want that on. Creator safe mode, so when you are live streaming a wrestling game like this, which I feel all wrestling games need to have this, which they don't. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But what is up, guys? This is your boy Renegade Fusion, the show. Hold on a second. Let me just turn off the calls and notifications to vibrate or just to mute, because I don't think you guys want to hear that in the video. I apologize for that. It's been 6 months since I did this, but whatever, guys. Welcome back to the channel. This is Renegade Fusion, the show. Here with an update of where I've been for the last 6 months. So basically what had happened was, for 6 months I just have not had the desire to want to go live on YouTube. And it's not because of you guys, it's just that I work 5 days a week, and I don't feel like, when it comes to Wednesday and Friday, I don't feel like going live on YouTube and feel like putting out boring content. Like, I felt like the boring content was like, okay, so my last video was XPW, what was it, episode 2 or 3 or something like that, on WWE 2K19. Whatever episode it was, whatever episode you guys watched and it got 36 views, that was my last video. I did that 6 months ago. And then fast forward after that, which part of the year I spent being sick. So I had COVID. Now I know YouTube doesn't like you saying coronavirus because it triggers people and stuff, but COVID's a real thing, and when that happens, you are not able to work, I'm not able to do videos, I'm not able to do anything. So, with that being said, I just did not feel like doing any videos for the time being. So that was like in February. I got sick on my birthday, so I didn't actually celebrate my birthday on my birthday, but then the following Friday I got to celebrate my birthday, and then that following Saturday is when I returned to work. And I knew going back into work that my paycheck was going to be small. I kind of knew that that was gonna be the case. So that was like after I had left or took a break from YouTube. So after I left YouTube, I started thinking about how I wanted you people to recognize me. So I said, okay, obviously, people are not gonna know who Lightning Force Gaming is. They're gonna be like, what's a Lightning Force? Like, what's that? So then I decided, okay, I'm gonna change my name to Renegade Fusion. So when I did change my name to Renegade Fusion, it kind of just clicked with me. Like that's gonna be my name. Whether people like it or not, that's who I plan on being. So that's how my name came about. So yeah, for the last 6 months, long story short, I've been working, working on getting my rent paid off because we were behind in our back rent. So that's what I've been doing. I know I say a lot because I have a learning disability, so I run out of words to say, but theoretically, I felt like, okay, now that I've been gone for 6 months, I've felt it was time for me to make a triumphant, impactful return to YouTube, which has always and forever will be my home, because this is where I got my start in live streaming and broadcasting. Because I believe 4 or 5 years ago, I started a YouTube channel, and my channel name was 2K Gamer Lovelace. Now, at that time, I was trying to figure out how to make a name for myself on YouTube. So I was trying to figure out how to make a name for myself on YouTube. Now, back then, I used to do Mafia 3 videos, WWE 2K16 videos for that year. And then when 2017 came around, oh wait, no, sorry, it wasn't 2017. 2016 was really where my channel kind of skyrocketed. Wait, was it 2016? No, it wasn't 2016. It was 2017 was when, because late 2016 was when 2K17 came out, and the year 2017 was just a big year for me, and I was still in school, and I was trying to juggle doing school and doing YouTube, which wasn't really hard because doing both was kind of like my trump card, if you think about it. So yeah, like I said before, doing YouTube and school kind of came natural to me. So I was able to do both. But then when I graduated in 2018, I was still doing videos. However, I didn't do so much of videos as much as I did. Now, keep in mind, back then, that was when I had a PS4. Now I'm on Xbox. So on PS4, when I first started out, I started out with 0, like everyone does. They start out with 0 subscribers, and I worked my way up. I worked from 30 subscribers, became 50 subscribers, and then 50 subscribers became 100, and then 100 became 130, and then I think I kept on going up, so people started noticing me. And then what had happened was I started having people be able to find me on the homepage. So I hit 150, and then 150 became 170, and you get the gist of it. It went up and up and up. Every time I live streamed, I got better, and I got to 200. I think at one point I had 230, and then that's when I started doing these calls on WWE 2K games, where you as the audience would get to choose and customize the wrestlers that you wanted, or I would download a wrestler that you wanted, or I would create a wrestler, and then I would put you in my universe mode, and you would automatically be in the video. And then 2019 was when I started working at Walmart. So 2018, going back, 2017, late 2017 was when WWE 2K18 came out. I was so excited as a WWE fan. I was like, yes, another WWE game is out, another way for people to recognize me. So then the first mode I did was career mode, just, going through the storyline and stuff, and just a lot of it was just it was so much fun being able to play a wrestling game where you got to control how your character moved, how he runs around backstage, talk to all the different wrestlers, and just interacting with you guys. the focal point of that time period. This was way before COVID. This was when life was simple and you didn't have to worry about COVID and stuff. So so that was another good time for me. Going back to my analytics and the algorithm of YouTube, in 2019 I ended with 343 subscribers when I first left, and then I believe it was 2020 to be exact that I decided that I wanted to make videos again. That I didn't want to be known as this guy that just made hold on, I just want to check something. Headset volume, oh yeah, we want that up. There we go. Now you guys can hear me better. So yeah, in 2019 I started working at Walmart. But at first thought it seemed like it was a good idea, but then after a while it felt like it was just hell just to even get up in the morning. It just wasn't what I wanted. So then I literally told the manager, I said, you can take this job and you can shove it up your ass. Oh yeah, also if I swear in my story, that's just how I express my emotions. So if some of you guys come across that, oh, my favorite YouTuber says swear words, so it's okay for me to swear mommy or daddy or whatever. No, kids, it's never okay for you to swear. It's never okay. I don't care how old you get. So now you know my backstory and where I've been for the last 6 months. So now on to what you guys really came here for. And that is for me to talk about WWE 2K23. That was one thing that I had a wish list. I actually have it mentally ingrained in my brain on what I wanted to say about that. I just wanted to check something real quick. Yeah, I don't need any of this because I'm already live on 2 platforms. Which that's not what I wanted to do. Let's take a little detour. As you can see here, you guys can see my PlayStation menu, but that is not why I am here. Let's go to okay, everything seems to be good. So first thing, before I get into WWE 2K23, before I get into 23 and start talking about what I want to see in the game, I'm going to talk about the positives and the negatives of this one. Yeah, I wanted Eddie Kingston. And then I would go into the main menu and just list off the positives and the negatives of this game, and things they did well on and things that they could have improved on. Okay, this was a bronze creator, so this wasn't the best one. Okay, that's loading up. Now, I know this game says that it doesn't allow you to live stream, but we're doing it anyways. So the first thing that's a positive is the game is better than WWE 2K20. That I can say about WWE 2K22. Another thing is the creation mode, or the career mode you want to call it, is no longer called My Career, it is called My Rise. And basically what it is in My Rise, you take one male or female wrestler and you basically put them through NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. You start out in the Performance Center like you would in regular wrestling, and you basically work your way up the rankings in WWE. Now that's a plus. Another thing that's a plus now, but it wasn't in the beginning, is the creation suite. Be able to create a wrestler, and just be able to make their entrance, victory scene, moveset, video, and all that good. All the good beans and mashed potatoes that you love about a wrestling game. In the game, the referee is a lot more faster when he counts the 1, 2, 3. I think they did a good job on the showcase mode for Rey Mysterio. However, there are some matches that are missing, which I will get into that when I talk about the negatives. My faction was a good concept. It's just that it works for some, not others. Universe mode, it's a good concept. Superstar mode, take one superstar, kind of do like a My Career universe, kind of do your own thing outside of My Rise, like where your content doesn't have to end with My Rise, you can continue it in universe mode. I like that. However, my GM was a good concept. Don't get me wrong, it was a good concept. The game, it's been out of the game for like, what, 9 years or something, and then they finally brought it back. Nothing really new features in the game, which I will talk about that in the negatives. Controls, definitely gonna be in the negatives. Music might not be everybody's favorite, like Body Bag by Machine Gun Kelly, Young Blood, Bart McCracken. Probably not your favorite. It's one of my favorites. Booker T, Bad Bunny. One of my favorites. Concert for Aliens. I don't know if I've heard that before. I might have. I don't know. Happy Song, Bring Me the Horizon. Pretty good song. Heartless, that was a good song. Hollywood Sucks, and it was okay song. Typhoons. Let's change the channel. Say Cheese was so annoying for the NXT version by Poppy. Now that we've gone through the positives, let's go through the negatives of this game. So the negatives, I'm gonna start with the referee. Like, when you're trying to do a move or you're trying to complete a sequence of a move, the referee is always in your way. Like, I can't count how many times I have yelled at my TV, calling the referee Fake Charles or whatever, telling him to move, and he just wouldn't move. That's something that I would like to see fixed in WWE 2K23 or in future titles. Another thing, my GM was kind of a bust. Wasn't like the old my GM where like you had 6-man tags, had fatal 4-way matches, triple threats, Money in the Bank ladder matches, just matches that boost the excitement of your show. That was missing in this game. It was just a lot that they could have done and they just didn't. There was just a lot that 2K could have done, they just didn't. Another thing that is missing, actually there's a lot that is missing in this game, is that we were promised the infamous War Games match. That's what we were promised in this game, is that we were going to get different match types. And every year we hear the same thing saying, oh, we're going to get new match types, we're going to get ambulance matches, we're going to get stretcher matches, we're going to get lumberjack matches, we're going to get all this stuff. All the stuff that's going to make the game great. But then you load up the game and then all you see is normal, false count anywhere, backstage brawl, Extreme Rules, ladder match, tables, TLC, Hell in a Cell, Steel Cage, Iron Man, Last Man Standing, No Holds Barred, Submission, and then you have your custom matches that you can make. Now the custom matches are very limited. It's not very anything special you can do. Like, you can't have like glass and submission matches, or like you can't have like glass and Extreme Rules matches. You can't have like light tubes, can't hit people with light tubes like AEW does. Can't do none of that. The they used to have flaming tables. That was something that they used to have in this game. That was kind of my bread and butter. Is being able to have those extreme, crazy moments that make you pop as a fan. And now they're just like, in these new patch updates, they're just like, you know what, kids play these games. You know what, we're gonna take that out. We're gonna take out the flames. They even toned down the blood over the years. There used to be a lot of blood. Like if you look at the blood from WWE 2K19 and even 20, the blood, you could actually see it on the wrestler's face. In this game, you barely even notice it. Like it's targeted on one specific part of the eye or nose or whatever. My thing is if you can't have blood in a wrestling game that is supposed to be rated T for teens, just don't have it in there. Like if you don't have it part of the regular wrestling, just don't. Because then fans are gonna expect blood every time they hop into a match. They're gonna be like, "Oh, where's the blood? Like, why can't I see the opponent bleed or whatever?" People are gonna expect that, and that's just one of the things that I'd like to see in an improvement in in WWE 2K23. Another thing I would like to see, and this is my rise. Now, my rise, when you win a championship, you don't come out with the championship unless if you're defending it. Now, if you're not defending the title, you don't come out with it. But in regular wrestling, if you're not defending the title, they come out with the championship. They carry it around their waist, so they're next to commentary, scouting their next challenger. And plus, it was in previous games where you could come out with the championship, and the commentary people would mention, they're like, I also would like to mention that the title is not on the line, but it doesn't mean the champion is looking past his opponent, he or she. That's something that should have never been removed, in my opinion, from the game. Another thing that I feel needs a lot of attention in the next installment of the game, because this mode is just not playable. When I say it is not playable, it is championship mode. It has gotta be championship. Because look at this. Look at this. Do you see what I'm seeing? Every time you try to look for a logo, or you try to create a revive or relief logo, the logo, if you weren't going to perfect championship mode, you should have either took it out entirely, took it out of the game, and they apologized to people saying sorry, we didn't have it in the budget to put in the design or the physics to have championship mode in here, because now this is just a waste. Like, you just waste money on a game mode that doesn't even work or exist. So now I have to go, if I want to create a championship, I have to go back to WWE 2K19 if I want to create a championship, or just want to create a custom title for my show. So that gets a negative. I'll be nice, I give you a -7 out of 10. -7 out of 10. That's pretty bad that you have this in here, but you worry about all the other stuff wrong with the game, but you don't focus on the main important stuff that needs to be fixed, like universe mode. You don't focus on championships that need to be fixed. You worry about stuff that don't matter, like my faction. Like, my faction is probably the most useless mode that I've ever seen in a wrestling game. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I've kind of toned down getting mad about these roasts and these rages about these games. I've kind of toned it down over the years. Because over the years, in 2017, I used to yell about how frustrated these games made me, about the lack of stuff you could do in the game. Like, I even raged in 2K15 about the lack of hairstyles that you can put on a character, and what they do in 16, they improved on that. So I applaud you for that. But this is not okay. And I do hope that somebody who does see this, I know YouTube is going to see this, and I hope YouTube does show this to 2K. I really hope they show this to 2K and show them that this is something that needs to be fixed. Because I can't even do my prestigious universe mode. I can't even make my own wrestlers because now my wrestlers are gonna have championships that aren't cool because you guys don't know how to fix stuff in the game before you release it. So, but you can put in all these people that have been released from the game or have been released from the company, like Tucker. You could put in legends that have already been in here, like freaking Vader. Who wants to see Vader back in the freaking game? I don't. I really am tired of seeing Vader a part of these games. I really am. Because he's been in the game since like 2K18, I believe. And no disrespect to the Ultimate Warrior, but I'm getting pretty sick and tired of seeing him in these games too. Like, no disrespect. Like, no disrespect to The Rock, but you're not part of the company anymore, so I don't understand why they felt they needed to put him in the game. Another guy who it's not even with the company anymore, but they put him in the game anyways. That being the Animal Batista. They put Batista in this game. Man that has not even been in the company since he got his ass kicked by Triple H at WrestleMania 35. Has not been seen since. So I don't understand why this man deserves to be in the game. Another person that does not need to be in the game, and I cannot stress this enough, this guy's been in 2 games now. He was in 19 and he was in the dumpster fire that was known as 2K20. That means the Big Boss Man. He does not need to be in here. Another person that does not need to be in here is Bret the Hitman Hart. I'm sorry. He does not need to be in here. See if I can find. Here's another man that does not even need to be in this game, and he's not even in the company, to be honest. He just does. He has no significance of being a part of this game. That being Jake the Snake Roberts. Not in the company. He's over in AEW. He should have been one of the people removed from the game. Another man that was released before the game even came out, and yet he still made it in. Jeff Hardy. Why are you here? You got released. That should mean that you're not gonna be in the game. That is something that should not happen, is have him in there. I love Jim the Anvil Neidhart, don't get me wrong. I love Natty's father. But this just needs to stop. Like, he's been in these games since, what was it, 2K16? So that's like 4 years that we have to see this man in these games. 4 years of Jim the Anvil Neidhart. 4 years of the same legends. Kevin Nash. Okay, here's... I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, for the Booker T. But you have 2 Booker T's in the game. That's not something that you need. You don't need 2 different Booker T's. You need either one or the other. See, this is why we honestly cannot have nice things. Also, I don't know why she's in here. Also, a lot of people are going to get me on this one. Kyle O'Reilly, why are you here? You left the company, like, even before this game even was announced. You left. So he shouldn't have even made it in here, into this game. Another thing that just, it needs to stop, like Diesel being in these games, just needs to stop. Just the legends, the same legends, just needs to stop. Oh, so because Britt Baker doesn't have a picture, she took over Kurt Hawkins. So I gotta get a picture for her. Also, another thing, where is the 50-man Royal Rumbles? It happened in history. Why is it not in here? Also, side note, can we please, if they do a showcase mode in 2K23, which they probably will, and if it is based around Randy Orton, do matches that they play. Like, we didn't have the Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton and Kurt Angle because Kurt's not in the game, so why put the video clip in there? They had a video clip for Rey Mysterio vs. CM Punk. Why put that in there if Punk's not part of the company? What else? They could have put in Rey Mysterio versus John Cena, but they didn't. They just picked out some of his matches from like WCW and some of WWE. They just didn't want to do that. Um, so yeah, going back to certain legends. Certain legends. Actually, hold on. Also, why did you feel like you needed to have two Nakamura's in here? He shouldn't have been in the game, Rikishi, because he was already in 19. I think he was in 18. He was in 17. And he was in 16. So 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh wait, he was also in 20. That's 5 games that this man was in. That's 5 different games that this man was in. And you're telling me we can't get new legends? But we can get 2 different versions of Shawn Michaels. But you're telling me we could get Tucker Knight in the game. We could get the Ultimate Warrior in the game again. We could get 5 different Undertakers. We could have in 2 Alexa Blisses when you only needed 1. I was fine with the Alexa Bliss 21. I didn't need the Goddess. We didn't need Braun Strowman in the freaking game. This is just a mixture of wrestlers that shouldn't have been in the game. Like, do I even have to say it? We get the same demon that we had in 2K20. You're telling me you couldn't scan his new demon attire that he had at Extreme Rules with Roman? But you had time to scan Edge. But you didn't have time to scan Zelina Vega. You didn't have time to scan Aaliyah. You didn't have time to scan Caden Carter. But you had time to scan all these other wrestlers that aren't even in the company. Murphy, not in the company. Nia Jax, not in the company. You had time to put these two in. Peyton and Billy. Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. Not in the company. Ted DiBiase, we did not need you in this game. We did not need you in 2K22. I hope you are not in 23. Do I even need to say anything else that's wrong with this game? My faction is broken because every time I try to use my faction, it says, oh, this something went wrong with the server. 2K server is not working. Why do you guys only use one server? I don't understand why. You are the only company that use one freaking server for everything. That's why your games crash, because you use one server for everything. I don't understand it. I really don't. Please help me comprehend what is happening. Please help me understand this. Another thing that they should have never took out of this game is when you take face paint damage during a match, because that was so realistic, that was so awesome. It made the matchup feel awesome. It made the matchup feel larger than life. What else? Trying to think what else. I'm really literally trying to find certain things wrong with this game, other than the championships, the referee, showcase, my faction, the My Rise, my GM. I'm legitimately trying to figure out why this is a thing too. I don't know why this is a thing. Certain areas of the world have better servers than the current server that you are on. I genuinely do not understand it. That's something I do not understand. And tell me how You have a picture of the updated Sasha Banks with the blue and green hair, with the red and blue attire, but you can't put that in the game. I legit give up anything regarding 2K of why they do certain things. Like, they're in one of the patches, they took out catching finisher, and then they're like, oh, you know what, we're gonna put catching finisher back in the game because fans miss catching finisher. So why would you take it out in the first place? That made no sense why you did that. Some of the moves are still broken. Like when I had a running mushroom stomp to the back of the neck, and every time I tried doing that, my character would act like he wanted to do the frickin' running man into the ropes. I don't know what is wrong with certain moves. I honestly do not know. I honestly couldn't honestly tell you. Couldn't honestly tell you what they were thinking about when they decided to develop this game. Honestly, could not tell you. But besides all those negatives I just mentioned, overall this game is a pretty good game. It's playable, it's a lot of fun, it's definitely, you forget what time it is, which that's another plus for these games. Just they got a lot that they need to fix. Like in these patch updates, they need to fix the moves, need to fix the championship, need to add in new moves maybe. But I do not think that adding the American Nightmare to this game could even save this game. Adding Cody Rhodes to 2K22 just would not really save this game. Like, the hype would die down in like literally months. People would lose interest. So I'm actually happy that they're waiting till 2K23 to put him in the game. So yeah, the news is that WWE 2K23 has been confirmed. They are working on it, and it should be out, I want to say, in 2023 of next year. So yeah, around WrestleMania time, be hyped for that. Get hyped for the game, because I'm most likely going to end up buying it. Like, it's inevitable. There's no escaping it. These games are contagious. They're fun as hell, except 2K20, because 2K20 was other hot garbage. Like, it had the right direction, it had everything right for it to succeed, and it just didn't. It just did not succeed at all. So that's why in 2020 they decided, alright, we're not going to come out with 2K21 because the game, we failed to make a decent amount of a video game. I know most of this video was just me talking about all the issues and the positives and negatives of WWE 2K22, and I talked a little bit about 23. However, in 23, I would like to see more crazy, off the charts, off the rails kind of stuff that only WWE can pull off. I'd like to see that in the game, because obviously they're going to have some competition with this new AEW game coming out later on this year. So they're really going to have to go all out, go out the box for this one. 2K22 was just a standalone game where, like, you didn't have any competition, didn't have to worry about no competition, didn't have to worry about, oh, if my game is crap, I'm not gonna lose a fan base. But I definitely felt like 2K22 was definitely make or break for not just 2K, but for the fans to stay invested in the investment that WWE and 2K have been doing for years. And I think generally the My Rise was a step in the right direction. I think continue on that path of My Rise. The only thing I would probably change is start out in the indies. If you're an indie star, start out in the indies. If you're starting as an actress, show it where you can like have cutscenes with your actor or actress. Whatever profession you're in, you should have like the freedom to do whatever you want. I mean, after all, it is a wrestling game. At the end of the day, it is a game that we all pay good money for and that we want to continue to play, and we want to see it do good. We want to see 2K improve. We never want to see you take a step back like you did in 20. We always want to see succeed. Want to see people succeed. That's what life's all about, is succeeding and moving forward. And I think 2K22 was a step in the right direction. However, there are still some things that need to be brought to 2K's attention, things that need to be fixed. There might have been some stuff that I did not cover. And if I didn't, you can leave it in the comment section below of this video. If you would like. Also, before I end the stream, I wanted to talk about AEW Fight Forever. The new console game that is coming out in September. There's not a specific release date on when this game is going to come out, but you rest assured that I will be buying that game. Fight Forever has a story mode in it where you can create your own custom wrestler, go through story mode, go to different storylines, which I think would be kind of fun. Another thing I think would be fun is if they added in more match types. For all we know, it's singles matches for right now. For all we know, they could add in special matches, because AEW does have special matches. They have ladder matches, street fights, all these crazy moments. There's stuff like that AEW is probably in the works on working on, but from what I heard from Kenny Omega is that he said that Ukes is a very hard group of people to work with, because they have their certain mindset of how they think the game should go, or how they think the game should be presented, and Kenny Omega has his way of thinking, even though he's never published or worked on a game like this before. Ukes has been in the game for years and years and years and years and years and years, and I mean years. They have been in the game, like since the SVR days, WWE SmackDown vs. Raw games. Those were so fun on the PS2 or PS3, whatever console you had. I know one person in this comment section had to have had a PS2 or a PS3 because that was the time to be alive as a wrestling fan and as a gamer. That was the time to be alive. That was back before even you could even live stream on YouTube these old games. Because back then you couldn't even live stream. It was like 2000, I want to say 3, when SmackDown Here Comes the Pain came out. You couldn't even live stream that. Because we didn't have the technology like we have today to live stream games like that. But if we did back then, oh man, your boy would have been freaking getting subscribers left and right. You already know. Like, if you saw a younger version of Renegade Fusion, you would have known that, wow, this kid was very passionate about wrestling. And I still am. It's just, it's kind of died down a little bit because I've been focusing on other things, trying different other things, like playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, playing different games, playing all the other different Pokemon games, like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is coming out this year. I believe around Christmas time. It's like in November. That's usually when they start coming out with those Pokemon games. So still haven't decided if I want Scarlet or Violet, but we'll have to see what the legendaries look like for each game, so I'll decide from there. But definitely the first Pokemon that's going to be on my team is Seviper, the poisonous snake, the fall form of Arbok. But those are just the side jobs that I do on the side of working and doing YouTube. Is I like to play on my Nintendo Switch. I like to watch TV, watch whatever's on Disney Channel, or watch wrestling with my family. So if you don't see a video for a couple of days, you know why. It's because I'm working and I'm trying to make money and just stay happy. And I am very happy about coming back to YouTube. There are some great things that I want to achieve since being back, and there are things that I intend on doing, but it does not involve 2K22. I'm sorry, but there will not be a career universe, or there will not be no universe mode for WWE 2K22. It's not possible with the championships being broken in this game. Unfortunately, we're going to be going back to WWE 2K19 for live streaming purposes, but for off screen I will be playing, like with Star Wars Skywalker Saga and WWE 2K22. Whenever the new DLC drops, I will be playing a lot of that. But the game is just too problematic for me to do anything with it other than do single campaign, My Rise, and My GM. If you would like to see a series of My GM, I will be glad to bring you a series of My GM from WWE 2K22. However, you would not be able to hear any of the music like you hear now on this video, because WWE will come for your boy. They will come for you and get hit with copyright strikes, and no one wants that. No one needs that in their life. So that's why they have here creator safe mode, which I'm glad that they have that option in the game. And I feel like a lot of other games should have that in the game, but they don't, which is fine. But then there's also the option for you to turn down the music or just turn it off completely so that you can focus on your commentary, focus on the game that you're trying to work on. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I thank you for all 4 of my subscribers. Might be up to 5 now, but I appreciate every one of you that tune in and just come to watch my streams. I know I've been gone for quite a while, but I'm back now, and I intend on doing some great things, creating great content, creating great memories with you guys for the next couple of years to come. I hope you guys continue rocking with your boy. I hope you continue rocking with the WWE content that I put out for WWE 2K19. I thank you guys for watching. This has been Renegade Fusion, the show. Also, one more thing. Most of you guys are not subscribed, and it would really mean a lot to me and make me happy if you guys subscribe. It is free. There are no hidden fees, no in-app purchases. You got nothing to lose, and you can always cancel at any time. You can always unsubscribe at any time if you feel like this is not the channel for you. Then it won't hurt my feelings, but just give it a try today. I guarantee you won't regret subscribing to this YouTube channel. So I guarantee you will not regret subscribing. And for whatever reason, if you're debating on whether you should like the video or not like the video, if you made it this far into the video, give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know that you like these kinds of videos and you want to see more of them. And it also lets me know what kind of video I should do next. And also, the views that I get on these videos also lets me know how much you really love this channel and you want to support it and you want to see it grow every single day. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. And I'm out.